Good evening. I'm David Wilson. I'm the choir director at Northeastern. It's been a great day. It's been a long day, a lot of hard work, but that hard work is going to pay off tonight. Thank you all for being here. This is a big event. It's not easy to put together, and I want to thank my fellow choir directors for being a huge part of making this event a success. Thank you very much. We have two incredible guest musicians here who've been working with these great students all day. On the piano tonight, actually all day today and tonight, is Springfield's own Mrs. Deborah Dustin. She's a graduate of Cedarville University with a degree in music. She has a large piano studio right here in Springfield, Ohio. And she and her husband, until recently, were the owners and operators of Kincaid's Is Music. So thank you for being here, Mrs. Dustin. Our guest choir director today has come a long way. Dr. Barbara Lamont is Director of Choral Activities at Southeast Missouri State University, where she directs all choral ensembles and teaches choral music education classes and conducting. She has served as an adjudicator, clinician, and honor choir conductor in Missouri, New York, Ohio, and Texas. Dr. Lamont is a summa cum laude graduate of Capital University. She received her Master of Music degree in choral conducting from Michigan State University and received her Doctor of Musical Arts degree in conducting from Texas Tech University. Dr. Lamont is a 500-hour certified yoga instructor and feels strongly about the connection of mind, body, and spirit to all aspects of life, especially singing. And I'm especially happy and grateful for Dr. Lamont for being here. Not only is she an incredible musician, but she is an OHC Fine Arts Festival alumna. She's been a part of this festival before, not as a student, but as an educator. She was my immediate predecessor at Northeastern, and I believe was instrumental in my being hired as the choir director at Northeastern. She's done a wonderful job with the students, and you're about to hear it. Please welcome to the stage Mrs. Deborah Dustin and Dr. Barbara Lamont.
I wish I was home, I wish I was back there. thank you so much for being here this evening. When David sent me an email saying, hey, so the OHC Fine Arts Festival is still happening, I was like, oh yes, that's wonderful. I'd love to come back and do that. I taught at Northeastern and South Vienna for 7 years, 2004 to 2011, and one of those years I got to coordinate the Fine Arts Festival myself. That was back when we were at Cedarville. So it's really been a joy to be here. I got to see my best friend. She picked me up from the airport last night. That was nice. I just really love this area. And I was a baby teacher when I first got here. It was my first job right out of college, and I really value the people that I got to teach with, the students and the parents that I got to meet. And so this area of Ohio has a very special place in my heart. I did some community theater here too, and it was just, yeah, there's a lot of wonderful feelings associated with the Springfield area for me. So the first piece that we did, speaking of musical theater, was a setting of Home from The Wiz. And the next piece is going to be a complete 180 to the Baroque period, back to Handel, which you might know the Messiah is Handel. This is not the Messiah, but this is a little Baroque music. Sing Now with Joy. I got too excited when I was talking about the Baroque period. It was actually Henry Purcell. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, it wasn't Handel, it was Purcell. It's okay, they're both dead. Nobody knows. All right, we have, our next piece is by somebody who's not dead. This is by Dr. Stuart Chapman Hill. This is Shelter Me. We have some beautiful, wonderful percussionists joining us on stage for this piece as well. Dr. Hill is a choral music education professor at Michigan State University. He and I almost crossed paths there. I left my master's degree and he started his doctorate, and now he's teaching there. He writes wonderful music. This is a piece about, from the point of view of someone who maybe is going through some hard times, and how we can be of service to others. So this is Shelter Me. I randomly found that piece in my files, and actually there aren't any recordings of it or anything like that, and I sent Stuart an email and asked if there were, and he was just thrilled that we were going to be singing it, so I'm glad that we could share that with you. Our last piece this evening is a combination of two songs. You might have heard one of them, both of them, maybe neither of them, I don't know. One of them is Sydney, and one of them is The Water is Wide. Now, if you've done solo and ensemble, you've probably heard The Water is Wide 100 times. If you haven't, that's okay, you'll hear it now. We do have two soloists who will be singing our first presentation of The Water is Wide. That's Josh Cockrell and Zoe McKinnon. Yeah, we've got some help with violin. We have, once again, our fabulous accompanist, Debbie Dustin. It's really difficult to do honor choirs when the pianist is unreliable, and that has not been the case at all today. Debbie has been amazing, knew exactly where I was, and every time, before I even said the number, she had already played the note that I needed her to play, so it was absolutely a joy to have her playing with us today. Let's give her a round of applause by herself. Once again for coming this evening. Thanks to all of these wonderful people behind me and all of you who are their parents and their teachers. This is Two American Folk Songs.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the OHC Honor Band portion of our concert. My name is Dana Hackathorn. I am the band director over at Northeastern High School. First, I would like to thank all the parents, families, and anyone here is showing support for your student in the arts. Really appreciate you doing that for them. These students have shown hard work, a lot of growth, and hard work in their rehearsals and their sections today, and they're very excited to share it with you tonight this evening. Next, I would like to thank all of the educators that make today possible. So would all OHC art, band, and choir educators in the room please stand at this time so we can recognize you for all of your hard work. I would also like to take a personal moment to recognize my own high school band director who is here this evening, Mr. Jared Fry, the current band director at Greenham High School. So thank you for being here. I have the honor of introducing tonight's guest band conductor, Dr. Shelley Jago. Before she comes to the stage, I want to acknowledge how fortunate we are to have her with us all today and this evening. Just a few weeks ago, Dr. Jago was awarded the Ohio Music Education Association Distinguished Service Award, the highest honor bestowed upon a music educator in the state of Ohio. This award recognizes an individual who has dedicated many years of teaching, leadership, and service in the music education across Ohio and across the country and internationally if you need to buy out our program. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce Dr. Shelley Jago.
Good evening, and thank you very much for inviting me to be a part of the events today. Just real fantastic facilities to do this in, and all the participation from all the schools. It's just really great to see such vibrant arts going on in the community. That piece was Country and Courage by Travis Weller. You heard probably a number of service songs in there, so an homage to all that protect and our freedom in this country. The next piece that we're going to play is much different. It's called Mambo Paraloco, and you're going to hear some mambo in there. You're definitely going to hear some Spanish dances. And I like how Julie Giroux, she says at the end, only a crazy dog could dance to this and get away with it. Mambo Paraloco.
We're going to slow things down a little bit now. We're going to play this beautiful and well-known Scottish hymn, folk tune called Loch Familiar. this does not happen without, it takes a village to make this happen. And so we would like to thank our parents for all your support. I know I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my parents. And then listening to some of the really bad sounds I made when I first started. Do you guys remember some of those sounds? Yeah. I lost a couple of cats, I think, in the process. They ran away from home during that time. So how about a round of applause for our parents? And thank you to all the band directors, the choir directors, the art teachers, just for some fantastic work in preparing these students. And I loved the little commercial, whoever put those together. Well done, by the way, on the intermission. So it was interesting. I think was it Megan was saying, I like that we worked our butts off all day. This is just what they've done in just one day. Of course, some, probably brass players and percussionists weren't interested in lunch, but we're going to conclude with a piece called Mad Dash. The tempo says, as fast as possible, but no faster.